What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. So today is Friday the 16th and I am officially done moving and unpacking and fixing stuff. Thank God. That was, it was a month and a half, but it felt like 6 months. Full-time job, side jobs on Saturday, and then new place on Sundays. Like, holy cow, man. I'm tired and broke, but I would say it's worth it. I mean, just this room alone was worth it to me. I like this room. But anyways, today I went into work. We're doing another deck. We're not doing the entire deck. We're just pulling up deck boards and putting down new ones. And it's on a roof. And I'm like, well, if the deck's rotted, then how's the roof? And they said they had raccoons under the deck. And they said, oh, yeah, the deck's not leaking. The roof's not leaking, so just do the deck boards. I personally wouldn't spend all that money if I didn't check the roof, but they said it's fine. So, okay. It's fine. We'll do it. No problem. But anyway, I went there today and it was raining, so I kind of was like, hey, boss, all my tools are up there under a tarp. It's a 40-foot ladder. I'm not climbing up there to go get them unless you want to. You got something else to do? Or should we just take a rain day? He's like, take a rain day. And I was like, yes. Yes. I need an extra day. So I figured today would be a good day to get back on the horse. So what I was thinking is we take that Fatal Venom, plug it, re-drill it. I got a bunch of questions about the KMT personal ball jig, and I just wanted to do an updated video because I remember last time I said you can get it on eBay, which you cannot. I didn't see it on eBay, but just go to KMT. I think it's kmtballjig.com. Yes, kmtballjig.com. And down in the left hand corner you click buy now, and it'll come up with an email and a phone number. I would just call the guy, especially if you don't know what you want. Call him, talk to him, because that's what I did. And I remember I had to leave him a voicemail, and he called me back in like 2 minutes. And I could tell he was in his car driving when he was talking to me. But he'll call you back, trust me. And he'll call you back fast. But I was telling him, like, how I bowl, that I'm a two-handed bowler, this and that, and that I want to be able to drill for people that, bowl with one hand. And he was like, okay, well, I say you start with a number 7 pitch plate, which basically it's a hunk of metal with a brass bushing inside it goes through the metal on an angle, and each plate has a different angle. So the number 7, I believe, is a half inch pitch, which works for most people. And so I got the number 7 plate, the 30 seconds drill bit, and I was thinking for one-handed bowlers, like, all right, well, I only need the 30 seconds so I can put 2 grips in and I'm good. But if I ever drill for a one-hander, I'm gonna need thumbs. So I needed something a little bit bigger than that. That's what I thought. And this is just a standard thumb hole. You can't do switch grips and all that other stuff. That you might need more stuff for. But for just a standard standard drilling, I got the inch and 1/32 drill bit, but I have found that most one-handed bowlers around, my size, their thumb hole is 31/32, with maybe a little additional sanding just to open it up just that little bit more around the edges, make it nice. I don't even think I've used the inch and a 32nd bit ever. It's like razor sharp still. And the drill bits are made out of tungsten carbide at the top, so they're very expensive. And no, you can't just go and buy the drill bit. It's specifically made for the KMT ball jig. You have to buy them through KMT. And his name is Steve Zoller. So he has this stuff made somewhere, and I called because my 31/32 drill bit is getting dull. I mean, it's getting really dull. And I called him and said, how much is another bit? $90. $90 for one bit. So I'm gonna try sharpening it with some little diamond files first, and if that doesn't work, then I'll get another one. But other than that, the kit is rock solid, man. Like, it just goes and goes and goes. I mean, it's still drilling. Dull. I just have to put a little more, put a little more of the weight of my body on the drill to get it. And it seems like it just getting it through the cover stock is hard, and then once you get into that white filler material, it just goes. And then as soon as you hit the core, it slows down again. You can feel it like really working again. But yeah, I recommend this KMT ball jig. I mean, it has paid for itself probably 3 times over by now for me. I've drilled for other people. I've made money off of it. That sweating box that I got paid for itself just from one person at the bowling alley. You know who you are, Mr. Joker. That guy's got me sweating balls all the time, or he did. But I haven't been there in a while because I've been busy. But yeah, I just wanted to get back on the horse. So I figure we'll go and plug the Fatal Venom and do the resurfacing, and then drill it with the KMT personal ball jig, because I got a lot of questions about it, and I just wanted to, do an updated video, and hopefully I can answer any questions in the video. So let's get to it. All right, so I just took the plumber's putty off that I use for a dam, and I know I said I wasn't trying to match the color perfectly, and I was not even trying. Like, this was unintentional, but that is really close. So if you have a Fatal Venom and you want to plug it and you're interested, what I used, I got a box of these artisan pigments on Amazon. I believe this box was like 15 or 20 bucks, and it comes with this thing is jam-packed. And the reason I go with these versus the bowling ball coloring agents that they have, like Vice, and sometimes I will use a drop of these just to get the color different. This is like a mica powder, so if you're doing pearls, it kind of has that pearlescent shininess already in it. So this little box comes with this little weird shovel, and I used about a half a shovel full of sage, and then another half a shovel of whatever the hell that is. But those are the two that I used to plug this ball. I mean, along with the resin. And the resin, I just got a box of this stuff. I got 4 bottles of each. Well, I'm down to like 2.5 now. Which, as soon as you open them, they have a shelf life, so. Alright, so now I got my palm router. And if you don't remember, I took a 4-inch PVC cap. I cut it down this way because it was longer and you don't have the depth with the bit. And then I cut out these 2 huge side channels where you can see, and so that the plug fill that's sticking up will ride under that, and then you have these 2 reference surfaces on the side. Now for the bit, you want to use the skinniest bit. I mean, you don't want to go 1/16, but this is like 1/8 or 1/4. I think this is a 1/4 inch. Because if you go too wide, because this is flat, if you go too with a wide bit and you're going over the ball surface, it'll start to dig in on the sides. And it will a little bit with this too, but you just get it down most of the way, and then we'll finish it up with sandpaper. So let's do that right now. Alright, I think I forgot to mention too, your palm router or shop router, whatever you want to use, it's going to come with one of these plastic plates on it, and you don't have to be a slave to centering it, but you obviously want to try your best. And then all I did is I just took the plate that came on the router and I placed it on top of the PVC cap so I could mark out the whole locations, and then just drill a hole. And you might have to use a countersink on this underside so that the screws have enough length to bite into the router. Alright, so you don't have to be like super critical about getting this down. I mean, you want to get as close as you dare to the ball. See, mine, there's still a little there. Just get as close as you dare without hitting the ball, and obviously the closer you get, the less sanding you have to do after. But you also don't want to be digging into the ball, because then you have to refill it, and that's probably worse. So I'm going to start with 180, then we're going to go 360, 500, then 1,000, then 5,000 from TrueCut, ctdbowling.com. And I had a comment from someone saying that the Pro Shop guy told them not to use turtle wax, it'll destroy your ball. If you go to ctdbowling.com, they have polishes for bowling balls made by turtle wax. So you have to ask yourself, What is a polish? Well, they can only get sandpaper so fine. You know, I've seen, like, 5,000 is probably the finest I've ever seen. A piece of sandpaper or Avalon pads. So a polish is basically just a grit suspended in a fluid. That's what this is. I don't see how it would damage a bowling ball. I've been using this same stuff for like over 2 years and I haven't had any problems. It does what it says it does. Well, it doesn't say it does it on this, but if your ball's acting too soon, this will delay it and get it further down the lane. So these are the ones I use. This one says medium to heavy, so this one will get it shiny but not that shiny, and I consider this to be my 5500 grit, you know, factory Sierra compound or whatever it is they say on the websites. This is the closest thing that I have found to that. And then sometimes you'll find stuff for bowling that says slip agent, which is like 8,000 grit, I believe. So this one says light to medium scratches. So this will make it even shinier than that one. But these are the two I use. You can get them on Amazon or any auto parts store. And it's not $40 a bottle. So let's sand this down and then we'll lay it out and drill it out. All right, she's all plugged. Nice and shiny again. Now I'll go put a layout on her. For this ball, so I was able to gauge a little bit off of the Supra because the Supra is the same cover stock, just a stronger core. And when I put a 3.5 pin on that ball woke up. It was too strong. So I know this ball's weaker. Let's go with a 45. And it's the dual angle layout method. 45 by 4. Actually, you know what? Let's go with a 4.5. By 35. I just want to keep the new finger holes away from these ones. I don't want the new finger holes running into these, because that'll probably fail. Alright, 1.5 inches up. if I had gone with the 4? 4 by 35, 4-inch pin. Inch and a half up. Yeah, that'll work. I'm gonna go with that. That was 45 by 4 by 35. Extend this line over. Draw the center line. One eighth. Still close, but there's still some space there, so I think we'll be all right. All right, let's drill it now. So when you use the ball jig, the only thing you need is a standard drill. Now, there's all the data sheets and everything you need to know is on the website, KMT. You can print it all out. It'll show you how to place the ball for each hole. And the way I remember is, like, let's just pretend I have a thumb. The thumb is always towards the post, and you're always drilling the hole furthest away from you. So I'd be drilling this finger, thumb here, spin it around, thumb's over here. I'm drilling the back finger, the one that's furthest from me. So that's how I remember. And then the thumb, so the thumb, say you drill the 2 finger holes, you would have the finger holes facing your gut and the arrow on the jig pointing that way. See, I thought that the thumb hole would pitch in this way, so you'd want the arrow that way, but no, that's not how it is. It's this way for the thumb. And what I always do, and I've done it for a lot of people and they've absolutely loved it, on the center line, I would offset their thumb, depending on what hand they are. Offset their thumb so it's over here. And then when you put it in the jig, I would turn it so that the thumb is coming towards the finger holes, if that makes any sense. So since you're drilling it off center, you don't want it, I never did it square like this because it's off centered. I would turn it so it was going, you know, the hole was going towards the finger holes, not straight, but towards the finger holes. I could do another video on it later, but everyone that I've done it for absolutely loved it. All right. So first up, let's make our indent. That just makes it easier for the setup. And the arrow always points away from you. Yep, drill bit drops right down into it, to that hole we made. So I always start with the line going through the grip. I line it up with this. But if I drill it like this and roll the ball, my track is over my fingers. So watching Mr. Mo's performance fitting video, I figured out, and I thought it was here, but it's not. Just by taking the ball, and that's my left finger, turn the ball one click and drill it like that, and then the same thing for the other one, and that will keep my ball track off my finger holes. All right, let's get some grips in it. And I must say, I really like this thing. This thing's sweet. Oh, done. This thing is nice for if you're pulling grips out or something and you need to plug the ball or just change the grips. Makes quick work of that too. And plus, I've noticed when you're drilling, sometimes, you know, the hole doesn't get, or the grip doesn't feel right. That's why I always stick them in and then stick my fingers in. It's the only problem with drilling the finger holes 3.5 inches deep, is sometimes the grips fly down there. Yeah, this one needs a little more inside. I notice every time I do grips or drill a hole for the first game, I have this white powder stuff coming out. think you have it all out, but you don't. You can never get it all out. I was able to get this grip out so clean, I'm gonna reuse it. Because these things are expensive, man. Maybe a tiny more. Crud out. Look at that. More came out. Yeah, but the spinner, the ball drilling jig, and that thing, bevel sander. Best three things I have. You know, I've been buying it slowly, but I started off with just the ball jig and doing things by hand. You quickly realize that if you do it a lot, it's nice to have the spinner and the bevel sander. Oh yeah, that feels good. That's it. She's been plugged. And that's a pretty close color match. I mean, you're never gonna get it perfect, but that was an accident. But now you guys know the secret accident formula, just in case. But yeah, that's it. She's ready to go. I have the footage from last time, or last few times I went and used this. So I'm probably gonna bring this back to Boston Ball. So I think this ball's gonna do some stuff there. I really do. Actually, I'm kind of excited to see what this thing's gonna do there. I know what the Super did, so this thing should be interesting for sure. But yeah, that's it for this video. You know, anything that I plug and re-drill, I am gonna give away to somebody, you know, at some point. But I've got to figure out something, because the last, I sent out 2 balls to 2 of my viewers, and it cost me $120. It was $60 per ball to ship. And it's like $120 to buy a ball. So, like I said I was going to do it, and I got to the place, and I was like, wait, what? They're like $120, and I was like, oh, damn. Okay. You know, I'm a man of my word. If I say I'm going to do it, I do it. But it would be nice if I could set up some sort of like, I don't know, some sort of account where people could, you know, send me a few bucks if they were so inclined to help me out a little bit with shipping costs and whatnot. But yeah, that's it for this video, guys. Make sure you subscribe. Give the video a thumbs up if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys on the next one.